What's going on? This is Becoming Real. I just want to take this time to point out a couple of things. Recently, I've been going through a lot, family wise, mental, wise. Not anything super unhealthy, just a lot of toxic situations, a lot of toxicity. I'm trying to remove myself from all of that. Um, I'm not necessarily removing people. If it turns out that people get removed from the reality in which I'm trying to chase, then that's just nature taking its course on me and my surroundings and my personal individual life. I learned that throughout talking to so many people, um, older people specifically, like 45 and up. I'm 25. I'm gonna be 26 this year. I was born the year 2000. Not everybody has the same outlook on life when it comes to success and relationships and happiness. Um, a lot of people actually dwell on the fact that they could have been further. They could have did a lot of stuff that they didn't do. They pondered for way too long on what the right thing was. Um, I know me personally, I started this YouTube channel called Becoming Real because I want to express to people what real is. Um, and hopefully this video that find anybody, however the algorithm brings me to you, hopefully it's in a way that is most authentic and most genuine. Because I sincerely believe that even the most lackadaisical people, the most hateful people, you know, the ones that carry the most envy and always get that chip on their shoulder and that feel trapped or that feel threatened and ganged up on, I have at least at one point been all of those things. Um, I've been letting go of narcissistic behaviors and thoughts. I've been letting go of the self pity and the hate towards myself and others. I've been letting go. I've been doing a lot of letting go. I've been doing a lot of embracing reality as is. Um, and I've been trying to focus on the power of manifestation, the law of assumption, the law of attraction. Um, some things just come naturally to others. They don't have to work for it at all, whereas others, such as myself, have to jump through loop after loop after loop, hardship after hardship, and it takes a lot for me to get exactly where I want to be. That's how I feel like mentally, and it is objective reality, which is why I'm trying to merge right now. I believe it's possible to merge everything you thinking in your mind, everything that you think is a good idea, whatever comes across as far fetched or it could be possible, but maybe if I had more money, or it might be possible maybe if I had a better partner, or all those things are still possible. You don't need the money, you don't need the partner. I'm going through a lot right now. Um, quite frankly, I wish that, you know, things were looking up way more on my end, but that's where the patience comes into play. That's where the work comes into play. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep my patience. I'm going to keep trying. As long as you try at whatever is on your mind, you will achieve some part of it. You may not get the whole $1 million. You may not get, the whole girl. You might, get $100, $10,000. Y'all, whatever woman you trying to pursue, y'all might start texting, or y'all might go to the same parties. Something is going to change once you start changing. It took me a while to realize that. It took me a while to realize that change doesn't happen from sitting there and thinking about it. Like back to the manifestation. A manifestation was once a thought that came from right here, a thought that you went out and whether you used money or went and found parts in a junkyard to do it, you manifested that. You manifested this phone into a phone. You manifested that table to be where it at in your house. You might not have made that table. But in your head, you thought, I need a new dining room table, or I need a new car, or I want a new dog. You might not have got a husky, but you got a German Shepherd. It's all about commitment, patience, and dedication. One of the main things that have been haunting me my whole life, or I can't say my whole life, I was about 12 or 13 when it happened. I had a dream. It was very lucid. I explained it to numerous people, and what I got from it is, after all of my knowledge, that I was stuck in sleep paralysis. I had three white snakes jump into my rib cage, and I watched them come to me. I watched them approaching me. This was one of the scariest moments I had in my life. When that happened, I erupted from my sleep paralysis. I was sweating bullets. My ribs were tingling with a sensation like I had been touched and something had affected me. You know that memory still sticks with me all this time later? Almost 13 years later, I still think about that. I still don't know what that was to this day. But one of my goals since then have been to figure out what that was. Part of this could possibly be that.